It's not the first time the President and the Chief Justice have clashed. In fact, the two have had a somewhat lukewarm relationship, punctuated with accusations and counter-accusations over the disobedience of court orders. So how did we get here? Well, Enock Sikolia, I beg your pardon, looks at the chronicles of the Uhuru-Maraga feud.
David Maraga's national and international fame had grown like a bushfire in the Hamilton after the historic ruling of the highest court on the land that annulled the August 8, 2017 presidential election results. The 1st of September ruling meant that the president's re-election celebrations had been cut short for at least 60 days. For those in the opposition coalition NASA, the CJ had brought back honor to the tainted image of the country's third arm of government. But for Uhuru Kenyatta and his supporters, Maraga had stepped on their toes.
We have a problem with our judiciary, but regardless, we respect, but we shall revisit.
Maraga tusikie vizuri, kwa sababu he has had his day. Ours is coming.
Uhuru promised to throw in a fight, which he hinted to be the fiercest since the country's founding father lifted the constitution to mark the birth of a nation. An angry son of Kenya's first president termed the Supreme Court judges wakora, a Swahili equivalent for crooks.
Lakini wajue hawa watu watano wa sita, kwa sababu Wakenya bado wataamua, watugojee baada ya uamuzi wa wananchi. Tuko na hawa hapa kwa hapa. Tuko na wao hapa kwa hapa.
Years later, and these words seem to have found a meaning to the Chief Justice.
They want to control the judiciary. They want to make the judiciary a puppet.
The war drums have continued to beat in the corridors of justice, with the head of state taking the battle to Maraga's doorstep.
If the executive was
on Monday, Maraga's nerve and every muscle stood out as he tried to explain just how the president had turned into a willy craftsman, eating away the independence of the judiciary.
The government cannot demand of its citizens the obedience of the law. It is itself disobeying with abandon.
On Thursday last week, Maraga came out guns blazing against President Uhuru Kenyatta's executive order that sought to regularize changes in government. The president of the Supreme Court of Kenya said the order cannot restructure or assign functions to other co-equal and co-substantial arms of government and independent commissions. The fight between the head of state and the CJ has taken many shapes and has been on various fronts, from budget cuts targeting the judiciary to counter-accusations over disobedience of court orders and appointments of judges and members of the Judicial Service Commission. The two have had on and off tough wars.
It is wastage to buy a CJ a Mercedes 500, but it is not a wastage to buy the two speakers of the National Assembly Mercedes 500.
Courts are the same ones. When we propose certain tax measures, you are the first ones to say injunction. Hiyo isikuja. Sasa pesa hii itatoka wapi? Alafu the same mouth nataka pesa. Sasa itatoka wapi?
Maraga's recent punch is likely to attract a rebuttal from the president and stir another round of exchanges. Enock Sikolia, Citizen TV, Nairobi.